Okay, so what else? Man, oh man, I'm telling you, I've been telling you. I know people are like, oh AI, I don't understand it, I don't, whatever. I've even gotten some surprising reactions from people who should be in the know. And I'm not talking about the particular guy who has followed me for years, who sends me, questioning things. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the people who are completely ignorant of it and are falling for the scare and alarm stuff. But from a point of, I'm saying I understand the caution and trepidation, like what Elon Musk is saying, right? And incidentally, the Tucker Carlson and Elon Musk interview is very much worth watching if you can find it. It's on Fox News in segments on their YouTube channel. So it's free to watch if you don't have cable. It's worth watching. So I agree to some extent with Elon, but I stop short of regulation, because regulation of anything is just a means of what's called rent seeking, and that's where the government helps well-capitalized corporations to avoid having to compete, because you set up regulations that are designed for their scale of capitalization, right? And those regulations are too arduous for companies entering the market that have a little bit of, like a lone entrepreneur, or mom and pop shop. That's what rent seeking is, right? So regulation is an invitation for rent seeking, number one, and it's also a means by which AI will be trained to propagandize and lie in an effective way that nobody has ever seen the likes of, right? Imagine a machine in every language on earth can 24/7, 365, fuck weekends and holidays, essentially pump out stuff on every social media channel from any number of bot accounts, and use every thousands of different metrics at billions and trillions of operations per second to judge what's the most effective engagement. You're talking about propaganda where everybody just is in a trance and is asleep. Yeah, that's where AI is going if it gets regulated. Trust me on that. So in that respect, Elon, I think, is a bit short-sighted, as good as he is in a lot of stuff. But so here's the deal. Here's the big news. The stuff is coming so fast. I'm like, well, it'll be nice when it can do this and this and this for me. And it's like, it's here. Now, some of it is very technically challenging because it's also new, right? It's not like, oh, I'm just going to go download this and install it. No. I've done more work in shell accounts and shit and really digging deep. But here's what's coming soon, I believe, from what I just worked on all fucking day yesterday. And now this morning it seems like there might even be new stuff that's better, and I may have wasted all day yesterday. I mean, that's how fast shit happens. But what if I can use ChatGPT 4, right? But through an API, which is a application interface. So it's how your application talks to the other application, And you have a key for that. I have a key. I pay $20 a month. And you can get a key even if you don't pay, but you're limited. You have to pay for if you go over a certain limit of data, you have to pay for that and everything. So I just pay the $20 a month, and it has plenty of data bandwidth. And I have a vector database set up. It's a different kind of database altogether. So that's a learning curve in itself. Pinecone I use. And so I've got that key, Pinecone, and now I have a plugin for my WordPress site. So, the original thing is I want to see if I can use AI to create an index, and by index I mean an old style index where every significant word in my whole 5,000 posts. I mean, my blog, 20 years, 5,000 posts. It's biblical in scale. It's more words. I don't know. I should compare how many words I have compared to the Bible, Old and New Testament. Be interesting comparison, right? But so, those who are students of the Bible know that you can't just know the Bible. You have all these, indexes, and one I can remember from my childhood, was Strong's Exhaustive Concordance of the Bible. It's a book about that thick, and it's in a bigger than 8.5 by 11 format. So I think it itself is bigger than the Bible is, right? But it basically is an index cross-reference discussion of everything in the Bible, right? So that's what I would kind of want to create for Free the Animal. So I'm like, there's no way, I'm not going to sit. That would be a project of, every day for a year at least to do, and I wouldn't do it, and I'd miss shit, right? Or I'd have to hire somebody to do it, and that would be hyper expensive. But with an AI, it can literally be done in a matter of minutes to hours. No shit, right? So anyway, there's a plugin now that uses ChatGPT. It's not like having a little piece of AI. You're talking about the big dog that you can train with your own material. So it basically it's on my server, WordPress server, as a plugin, and it accesses ChatGPT. So ChatGPT doesn't have to have internet access. I don't have to give it a login for my blog or anything like that. It's there, it's resident, and there's an application interface that has all the typical security measures in place. So I can't say, I don't like this stuff, shut it down. But maybe in the future, who knows, right? But it won't have access to my to the server, so there's always backups and distributed, so it couldn't get everything. But anyway, imagine, so not only would I have be able to go in and actually ask in plain language anything about my content, going back 20 years, 5,000 posts. But, you'd have all sorts of indexes and concordance that are search engine friendly, so that, it brings people in. And of course, the chat GPT part of it would be behind the paywall. So that would be another kind of incentive to become a paying member. It's like, I know that I've been reading this blog for 10 years. There's a lot of shit here. Imagine if I could get on and find anything. Because search results suck. It takes a lot of time, and you're hit and miss to find what you're actually looking for. It's like, I know there's this post. Well, you can go, I remember a post that talked about this and this and this. Boom, in a second. Oh, here's the thing you're thinking of. Literally, it's that good. I use ChatGPT for this as well. Sometimes I'm thinking of this word or this phrase or something like that. I just go into ChatGPT. I'm thinking of this word or phrase. I think it starts with a P, and kind of describe what it is. Instantly it comes back. Oh, the word you're thinking of or the phrase you're thinking of is every time. Instant recall. Help for your brain. So anyway, this is all coming down the line, and I know people are eye rolling impatient about my AI stuff. But when have I ever led you? If it's bullshit, I'll call it bullshit. Kind of like I did with crypto. Hey, there's nothing wrong with crypto, but look, it's still the same as it ever was. Hard to use. It's not money. It's not a currency. Yeah, you can hold it like gold, whatever. Okay, yawn. Buy some Bitcoin or Ethereum, whatever, and just let it sit there. See what happens. But the AI is useful. It's going to be useful. And like I said, you're going to be there kicking or screaming, and you're going to be behind the curve unless you start paying attention to it. Behind the curve, I mean, no, if you're just an average person who's just going to use it to get information, it'll be an enhanced search engine for you. But what if you could use it to build a business and make money, where it was out of your reach before, right? Where now you can have a team equivalent of 100 employees working 24/7, 365, weekends and holidays, who don't complain, and the cost is less than an average person's Starbucks bill every month. What if? All right, I'll leave you with that.